Shit, we're live. Now let's pop out the chat over to the other side. Move the window so I don't have to look at myself so much. Ooh, batteries in my mouse must be taking a shite. May have just, there we go. There we go. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. Aha. Perfect. Got the little screen set up. Hello, everybody. Javi today. Adam Hall, thank you, good sir. Britt, John. Tell me wise one. Ron Clark, hello, sir. Mike, hello. Actually, the growler's empty, but I got a can. Uncle Guns, shipmate. Tonight we have Sour Girl Sour Ale from Rock God Brewing Company. Tonight's sponsor of the Liveshat. Thank you, lady. 223 day, everyone. What's funny is I was 45 years old before I went, my birthday is like my favorite rifle caliber. And I don't really know if it's my favorite, but it's cheap and it does the job well. So, what was I going to say? Oh, a big deal about 2-3. That it was my 45th birthday and I only get one of those. So instead, I talked about the fact that I'm short, fat, and slow, like 45. And then I went to 2-2-3, which is my birthday. Hello, sir. I'm enjoying your fine Sour Girl Sour Ale this evening. All right. I have no index cards full of shit to talk about. So we're going to wing it. I can't even promise we'll be here the whole hour, but things that we want to discuss. I can't promise in the next few weeks how well the live streams are going to go because it depends on what type of signal I have wherever I'm at. Next Tuesday, I should do the live chat will be hopefully with Dave Biggers. The following Tuesday, I don't know, and a whole bunch. I don't know, but since my Southern tour kicks off this weekend, or the spring tour, as I'm calling it, because part of it's not in the South, depends on what kind of service I have. Hello. Big news. Do we have any? Well, that tour thing's going on. Plus, just a few minutes ago, I put a new class up live. Ask him when he can take the red zone. It depends. Mostly depends on when I'm going to run it. He had his first day off in like 6 months. A week before last. So, like, maybe if he can get 4 of those in a row, like a day to drive up here, 2 days to do the class, and then a day to drive home, maybe he can get that shit busted out. Evening, Jeff. Jacob, hello, sir. Thank you very much. So when I'm talking, maybe we'll work on when a red zone is going to happen. I'm also going to, let's see, next week, my intent is to reach out to, obviously Dave, Don Numbers, Jordan Winkler. Those 3 are on my short list of people to go see that you all might know. I have some other people on my list that you might not know. Some of you probably know. Scott, hello, sir. And then I will be heading south after that for the following weekend to shoot the breeze with John at UW Gear. and probably run into Javier. Trying to get Jay Dressler maybe to mosey up. He's not super close to Jacksonville, but it's as close as I'm going to get to him. So maybe they'll shoot up there and do a League of Pirates thing together. Let's see what else is happening. Some other friends floating around. Then I'm going to head over to Baton Rouge on my way to Sonny's and see some of my friends that live over there. So it'll be, and then Sonny's, then Del Rio, and back to Biggers and home. So there's the tour is going well. But what was I saying? Oh, just minutes ago. There is a new class just went live literally within the last hour. Patrons have had it for a day and a half or so. They get dibsies on the signups. And the class is navigation primer. It will involve some land navigation, but it is not a orienteering course. It is not a military style land nav course. The skills used in those will be in that class, but it encompasses a bit more, bit wider realm of navigation. It is going to be in Bloomsburg here on day 1, and then out in the woods on day 2. It is a classroom day in the woods. And for those of you who are collecting the dog tags, I approved the proof for the navigation dog tags this morning. So they are in production, and there's a chance to earn a dog tag at the navigation class. So there's that. That just happened. Plus, probably tomorrow morning, I am going to add 3 new classes to the schedule for later in the year. Patrons will get it early. The rest of you will get it later. They will not be here in Pennsylvania. It will be a travel trip. Oh, that's the updates. As long as we're doing updates. Everything on my card has been read. Putting together an enigma, like the cryptology machine from the Germans. Enigma. That's what Scott's doing. Yes, I'm going to be in Jacksonville. I'll be there for a couple days, like the 5th, 6th, something that weekend. I'll be in Jacksonville, Florida, and then the following weekend, I will be in Jacksonville, Texas, with Atlanta and Baton Rouge stops in the middle of that. So there is that going on. I have not watched any news, can't talk politics, any of that. I don't see anything, I want to watch anything, so I didn't. Oh, here's an index card from last week. I wasn't even here last week, but the week before. Yeah, copying off that card. March. So it will be like 2 weeks from now. I will be in Jacksonville. $60 and sunny. Well, I guess here's the good news, Crystal. Last week I did my annual What's Your Major Malfunction class. Crystal was a student in the class, and it was there was a lot of snow on the ground, and the Bureau of Prisons had been out the previous couple of days, and they had trampled it all down, which meant we didn't have to like crash through the snow. The problem was they had packed it down so well that it was really slick at the range. So we opted to cut down on the amount of movement, and with having less movement drills, it meant that we had less repetitions, and less repetitions meant we shot less bullets. So it was more economical, but it's fucking cold and fucking slippery out. Round counts, I adjusted them downwards somewhat last year. I actually have been working in the last week on my 3-day pistol class. And I had been telling people like 1,200 rounds for 3 days of pistol for all of last year. And most folks shot less than that by a few hundred. So like if I still tell people to bring 1,000 for 3 days, they're still probably have some home. I haven't actually planned out my route yet, Jacob, but I might be able to force that direction if it's not terribly far out of the way. I will look at it tomorrow as when I plan on like detail mapping out where I'm going. It's cold. There was some wind. Oh, I introduce a new employee to the Tremis Dynamics team. That's Bob. It was he's going to be featured in some videos, mostly because when it comes to reviewing gear that you wear, it will be easier for me to stick the gear on Bob and like so I can talk about like how that rides that chest what kit bag that Hill People gear he's wearing, how it fits in the front. I can spin him around, show it on the back. It's Bob's going to be around a bit. TJ mentions that Bob is heavy. The base was full of sand when I got him from my buddy Justin. Now all that sand is in a tote outside because my little recording area here, my studio, as I call it, studio, as Phil Collins calls it, is on the 3rd floor. So I wasn't bringing the weighted base for Bob up 2 flights of steps. So he got thinner and or weighs less, at least. He lost some weight. I brought him up and threw a nice ball cap and some Oakleys on him, and he'll be around. Bob's the Fed. Oh, Sean. Surefire Warden. Nope. I have no personal experience. I like Surefire makes one thing I absolutely love, and another thing that I begrudgingly think is pretty good. I got a flash hider from them. I haven't put on a rifle yet, but the customer service is so bad. I try not to give them a bunch of business. Well, yeah, he will distract people because if someone comes in this room to clear the room, they'll be startled because when I walked in the room to set the cameras and shit up, I can jump. Tom A asks, did I see the 10th Mountain CQB video? I don't know how much of the video is out there. I saw the some clips that OAF Nation put on Instagram, and wow, that was something. I haven't like dissected it because the amount of times that people point guns at their teammates, I didn't look for like anything else. I actually didn't even pay a whole lot of attention to what they may have been doing correctly because I'm looking at my phone and my jaw's on the floor because of the Rule 4 violations. They need to get a hold of Dave Biggers and take the red zone because those motherfuckers, someone's going to get killed. If you all have not seen the video or the parts that I've seen, sure, if you Google 10th Mountain CQB, but if that doesn't show anything up, OAF Nation, that's like Operator as Fuck Nation, has an Instagram page, and was it yesterday or the day before they shared the fuck out of that. There was a bunch of times they talked about it, a bunch of posts. So you can certainly go find it and be appalled. And here's the thing. If you watch it and you don't know why it's appalling, it's okay because I wouldn't a, a child would be able to be like, hey, I don't think that's right. But I don't expect anyone to watch this video to be CQB experts, but you can see some pretty flagrant safety violations. And if you'd like to learn more about CQB, shoot me a message and I will get you pointed in the right direction so that you can do it not like those guys, because they're bad. They were not good. Black Hills ammo. Every Hills round that I've ever fired has been tip top. I would buy it by the boatload. They have like two different, like the rifle ammo. They have blue box and a red box, and the red box is factory fresh, and the blue box is once fired brass. It's all spectacular. Oh, they have a video by their commanding. Oh, man. So, like, I know the world of the internet, and it's been a day or two since I've been in the military, but it used to be like they had people who vetted everything that got published outside, and that should have been nipped before it got out, as far as like us finding out about it, and then it should have been fixed. But I guess the fact that it got out might be reason that it's going to get fixed. Either way, yeah, so Crystal brings up a point that there are folks who say things like, well, why do civilians need this type of training? Like that would be something reserved for these special people. And the mountain is not a type of special unit, or maybe like short bus special. They do have a certain reputation as a top-notch infantry unit. Now, I don't know if that reputation is warranted or not. The few fellas I've met from that have been in the 10th Mountain, they weren't there when I met them. Like that was in their history. So, they might have fuck ups when they were there, like all the dudes in the video. I don't know. Jeff brings up a good story of the guns being pointed where they're not supposed to be. I'm not going to call out names out, mostly because the fellow that pointed the gun where he shouldn't have been, he and I are going to share a classroom next Saturday. I'm not teaching, I'm taking a class Saturday. And so is this fellow. So I won't throw his name out here on the internet today, even though I don't think he knows how the internet works. But funny story. And his answer to pointing his gun where it wasn't supposed to be was, you're not supposed to be there. I think I caught up on that guy story at the raid. Well, probably the fellow we were just talking about who pointed his gun at somebody and was told, hey, man, you're pointing a gun at me. His answer was, you're not supposed to be there. And the other dude said, okay, but you're still pointing a gun at me. That's probably the most exciting that guy story, because usually it's just annoying pricks that they want to teach their class. They paid you a few $100, $400 or $500 to come to class to tell you what they know. And here's a funny thing. They could have just sent an Instagram video and I'd already know what they know. Like I had to figure that out. Yeah, the most nervous thing is the other people that show up. Sometimes that's the case. It's more often than not the case with somebody who carries a gun professionally. They are usually way more egregious in their actions than people who don't carry a gun for a living. And the higher up the food chain, as far as levels of government involvement in their job that requires them to carry the gun, it tends to be the worst. Like the higher up, the worst. Like, for instance, the best shooters I have seen, the safest, best students, like that combination of everything, like competent at what they're doing, safe on the range, and there to learn, are usually municipal police officers. And so like the town cops, county sheriff's deputies are like, they have a larger organization as far as they cover a broader area of what they're responsible for, and they are like a step down on, generally speaking, step down on skill and of a student level. And then state cops just stay home. Like they need a institutional overhaul. And then federal officers should not carry guns. And I say that, and the dudes in Border Patrol impressed the fuck out of me. But the rest of them across the board should. The class I am taking, TJ asks, is day 2 of Lodestone Training and Consulting's level 2 intelligence course. So we are building area studies, and it is a 2-day class, 2 weekends in a row, and that is the final day, is next Saturday. Yes, Jason Hedrick. Remember, he mentions there some Border Patrol guys in Del Rio classes. Fucking outstanding. Like, I have to, like, part of me thinks that they don't get the firearms training where the rest of the federal agents do. Although I know they do. It's baffling that they come and are competent, not only competent in like their skills, the doing of the things and putting the holes, and super safe, unlike most feds. They're great students. Like, they're just like, all right, you tell me and I will do it your way. And I'll put that in my matrix and I'll figure out if that's the way I want to use it when I want to use it. And like, they're just outstanding individuals. And then there are the other federal law enforcement officers, agents. Although OST, they're top notch too. A few OST guys I've had in class, pretty spot on. So OST and Border Patrol get like I give them the benefit of the doubt. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot the break dancing fed. That was something. And then we all remember, like, was it the DEA agent, the 40 guy? And man, like, generally speaking, when people video stuff, nothing ever good comes of that. However, since like they are kind of responsible to the populace at large, I'm glad that those videos got out, because there seems to need to be a level of monitoring that should happen with them. And so maybe they should have a video camera on them all the time. Like, not a body cam seeing what they're doing when they interact with perps and victims and whatnot, but a camera like on a stick pointing back at them so we can see how fucked up they are. Tom, that's all right. ATF agent can hit a puppy from half a mile away with a blindfold. Rumor has it their training facility. Like once they're out of FLETC and all that shit, and they have their own, just the ATF guys go shoot, that their berms are actually made of live puppies. That's what they use to stop bullets. That's what I've heard. I don't know for sure, so don't quote me on that. But I've heard that floating around. I read it on the internet. Yeah, I'm probably on another list now. Literally, there's an ATF agent going through my fucking Instagram going, that motherfucker just got a puppy. Let's roll. I'm going to start using the puppy killers as a motivational for some drill. I don't know what one yet, but make it happen. After first, when they are all free. That should be a shirt. My fucking t-shirt company hadn't fucking flaked on me. I think I told you guys about that like 2 weeks ago. Online t-shirt store is gone. It's no longer on the website. What's weird is there's still a link hidden out there and about in the world, because since the website doesn't support Flash, since nothing supports Flash, I can't even get into my end of the online t-shirt shop and take it down because I don't have a browser that supports Flash. So like if you have a direct link to that shop, you can still go get stuff. I don't know what the cost is or any of that. I don't even know how to get a hold of them and be like, hey, can we stop selling these shirts that I designed? Because like all that artwork is trademarked to me. Like it's a copyright. It's like I own the copyright to all that artwork. And like I want you selling it anymore. And I can't because they don't answer their fucking phone either. Ooh. The older Internet Explorer. How do I get old copy of Internet Explorer? Like not one that updates automatically and stuff. Scott, you just like you don't have to tell me here, but we'll talk so that I can at least get the shop squelched, because I don't want to deal with it. So yes, new place, print to order shirts place. Printful, I think is their name. I got 3 samples ordered. One of the samples was for somebody else that wears a 4X shirt. Because they offer 4X shirts. So I order one in 4X so that we can see if that 4X is a true 4X. The other ones, I just wanted to see the print quality. The 4X was out of stock. Like just the base shirt was out of stock. So the other 2 have shipped. They will be here. I think it's expected a Saturday delivery. And I'm going on tour Saturday morning. So I probably won't see them until the end of March. I won't have a chance to look at them. So the proofs are on the way. Scott, I will be in touch, yes. Bob, you want to know what I'm drinking tonight? Is Rock God Brewing Company's Sour Girl Sour Ale. It is a sour. I'm not a beer guru. I just know what I like and what tastes good. And I'm a big fan of sour flavors. So this one is phenomenal. One of the owners of Rock God Brewing has been on this chat, so if he'd like to pipe in and tell you something more about it, he could. But it is pretty spectacular. Oh wow, 8:30. I got like 2 minutes of shit to talk about. This is going to be terrible. So here's the deal with sours. I am so incredibly sweet that the sour is the perfect sweet and sour mix. That's the deal with the sours. Like I'm so sweet, I call my wife Sweet Tard. That's like sweet tard, like retard, but sweet tard. I mean, like that's pretty. pretty caring, isn't it? Any update on Davidian? I believe most of them were burnt, which is the official Tremis Dynamics beer coming from Rock God Brewing Company. There, it has been aging in rum barrels for the better part, more than a month. Like we might be at like 6 or 7 weeks, and I went up there yesterday for a taste test for that phase of aging, and I like it. So as I'm bringing the taste test to my face, like about this far away, I was getting the rum aroma, and so then took a couple swigs. I don't know how you're supposed to taste beer, like if you swishel it and spit it out like you do wine or whatever, but like I was being flooded with the rumness, and there's molasses there, like you got that too. It was not nearly as dark as I suspected. Like I thought it was gonna be blacker than your fucking heart, like blacker than Pete Hat. It wasn't dark. There were other beers there darker, but man, did it taste good. So it's got some, now that they have it finalized with it like 10.8% alcohol or whatever the fuck number is, they have to finalize the approval for the labeling from I guess it's the ATF or Department of Health or whoever the fuck does all that shit. So a few more bureaucratic steps, but the beer is nearly ready to go. Scott, it is a Bell Quad. So in beer terms, I don't know what the fuck that means, but it tastes pretty slick. Peach pomegranate. I fucking love pomegranate. Love pomegranate. Fucking hate peach. So I don't know how I'd handle that. TJ mentions he wants to do some more night shoot. We had a low light study group Saturday after class, and I did not necessarily participate for twofold. One, there was gear that I wanted to that I didn't. And two, it was after class, and it literally took me fucking forever to get packed up with all my shit from class to drive it home afterwards. So it was I didn't really get to do much. So we may do the next low light thing not on the day of a class. I don't think I ever had a quad until this one. So what do they call one? Is there a duel? Is it is it called a Belgian dually? I guess single's a single. Again, our beer expert is probably canning some of these right now. Probably not listening. And if he is, he's not answering because his hands are busy doing canning things or other things. The Psionics night vision camera. No, I have not played with one. He did answer. He heard me I didn't even make fun of his fucking Jeep this time. People are texting me. I don't know if Garry is spelling double incorrectly or it's different stuff, but oh yeah, fucking PowerPoint. The Psionics, anyhow, the Psionics night vision. I haven't personally built one because I spend $500 or $600 to check it out, but I have watched some videos of some folks who used it, and wow, was the fucking quality bad. The one fella talked about doing it as on a mount, and because it's like a 1/4-20 camera threading, just like a PVS 14 is. In case y'all didn't know, like the J arm screws into a standard camera fitting. and they said there was like a enough of a delay because it's a camera and you're looking at like the little viewfinder, but so the delay was very disorienting, and like it's got a tiny little rectangular viewfinder, and for you to mount it on night vision, your little rectangle is catty corner, so it's not like landscape or even portrait, it's catty corner. So I don't know if I would like it doing it that way. I have to admit, it might be pretty neat for making video, because like if there was a delay and you're just recording like some shit happening in the dark, it might be pretty neat. And you don't, the delay doesn't matter. You're just gonna do shit with the footage later. But the footage that I saw made me not want to spend any money on them. And I know they have cheaper psionics, Scott, like $200 or $300. I don't know what the quality difference is between the two, so I don't. That'd be more tempting for me because it's kind of GoPro-ish money, and if I might use it in a GoPro-ish fashion. Yeah, some of the guys mentioned that it was fucking cold when we were shooting in the dark. Here's the great thing: if you want to shoot in the dark and not freeze the fuck, you have to do it in the summer, and it doesn't get dark till really late. And then if you're shooting close enough to where people exist, they're not happy. And so the other option is to do it in the winter when it gets dark at like fucking noon, and you have like a bunch of hours of darkness to work with, and it's cold. There's no win-win here, except maybe just go fucking buy some property away from everybody else and do whatever the fuck you want, whenever you want. Adam, adios. Enjoy yourself. And thank you for the donation today. I do believe it told me that you did one. Yeah, Bob asked my go-to mags, and Steve answered correctly. They are PMags. PMags are my go-to magazines. I use Gen 2 PMags or Revision M, some pre-Revision M, like Gen 1 PMags for training and practice. And then for my go time mags are Gen 3 PMags with the window. The window doesn't fucking matter in the least bit before you ask me about it. It's so that when it's laying somewhere and I look at it, I don't pick it up and use it because it's got more of definitions and ammunition in it. So the window is just my visual clue that that's got expensive bullets in it. Now the flip side's pretty okay. Like if you gotta like shoot dudes because they're doing shit that requires them to get shot, I'll shoot them with like XM193 all day. I just don't want to shoot cardboard with my Defiant TCX or DDM. There's that. Talking here about Defiant and got the hat on. I should tell Pete. He is not the one to text me. If he had texted me, he texted me earlier. Wish me a happy birthday. Gave me the finger, I think. Anyway, if he is what texted me, I was going to tell him to get on and check out his free advertisement. Yes, my go-to mags do not have the glow-in-the-dark tape wrapped around them with my name on it. The training mags generally do. Some of them don't because the tape eventually got not sticky and came off. But man, the window, like this is how I would do the window different. The window in a PMag is back towards the ass end. Like if they put it up at the front end so I could actually see the round that was in it, then it would be awesome to see those solid copper TCXs like in the window and not just the brass case. That would be something. Here's a trivia fact. Don't know if you guys know this. Before the PMag came out, Magpul sold magazines. They sold, I can't remember what brand, but it was a metal magazine. It could have been a stainless magazine, but I think it was aluminum. And they would cut the window out of the stainless magazine, the aluminum magazine, whatever the fuck it was, glue in the Lexan piece or the clear plastic, whatever kind of plastic it was, and then put one of their followers in it, and they would sell that as like the Magpul improved. I think it had a either a Ranger plate on the bottom or an plate, and that was the Magpul magazine. It was like, like a Checkmate or whatever, like milled out for a window applied to it, and other Magpul shit added. That was their first magazine. Other interesting historical tidbit: the L plate that is the Ranger plate without the loop, so it's like the thick rubber pad. It's L because it was called the lumpy plate, because the guy that said, "Hey, I love the idea of the extra cushion to protect my magazines, my pre-band magazines, because that was a thing at the time, but I don't need that big ass fucking loop." So he was cutting the loops off, so it was just this thick rubber plate. And he reached out to him online and was like, "Hey, have you ever thought about selling them this way, so I don't have to cut the fucking loop off?" His username on the forums was Lumpy, so they called it the lumpy plate, and then it turned into the L plate. So there's all your Magpul history tidbits of information. Is the Ballistic Advantage still a go-to barrel company since they discontinued the 625 Hansen barrel line? Yep. Like my first choice in a barrel is the Hansen with the smaller gas block journal. My second choice is the Hansen with the larger gas block journal. And my third choice is, and I don't even really know if it still exists, is the stainless steel Noveski barrels. But I don't even know what the fuck Noveski makes anymore. Like, I haven't been on their website forever because the prices keep going up, and I can get Noveski accuracy out of a Ballistic Advantage barrel. But yeah, I would just buy the one with the .750 gas block journal and call it good. I just think the 625 is an extra couple, like probably an ounce and a half less steel. And if you put like the skeletonized Samson gas block on it, man, that thing would be light. Like, there'd be taking off as much material as you could. All right. So anywho, it's not quite 9 o'clock. I'm ready for a nap. Not really, but I am about getting close to popping smoke and getting out of here, celebrating my birthday with my son. My wife's at work. My dog's down there. So maybe me and the boys. It's a boys' night. We'll go watch some TV, and I'm not supposed to feed dogs beer, so I'll dig up some ice cream or something and feed the dog. And that's how we'll spend the rest of the night. Smokes. I'm still waiting on word that they are final. I do have a backup product that costs quite a bit more if you need. Orion, who makes the road flares, I think they're the only company making road flares. They make a large can that's bigger than will fit in a smoke grenade pouch. It's a nautical smoke grenade, so it only comes in orange, so you can see it like on the ocean, but it works fucking great, and it's like twice as much as a Patriot smoke. But if you need a smoke canner, that's the one to use until I shit Patriot smoke figured out. Thank you for the kind words on the paint videos. They were like 6 years in the making, but it turned out all right. Yes. Bob, my EDC flashlight is a Surefire Tactician. The other Surefire product that I reluctantly admit is pretty fucking good. And I would prefer if the head and the body were the same size, even if that meant making the body bigger. But the clip sucks, and they'll send you clips, the different style, if you tell you broke yours from your L2 LumaMax. But even better is, for like $20, Green Force Tactical makes a improved belt clip for the Tactician, and it's good. That's what I would do. Is someone said right now I have to buy a EDC flashlight at whatever it costs, what do I buy? I would tell them to get a tactician and with the Green Force tactical belt clip and run a pair of 123s and be happy with it. Titanium belt clip. I don't, is the, my Surefire is in a different pair of pants sitting downstairs in my bedroom. So I think that's all they have is titanium, isn't it? Or do they have stainless? I don't know. Is it stainless? It might be. Fuck. I gotta look. Well, Jeff, your father had a fucking top-notch birthday. Thank you for the birthday wishes. But either way, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go do shit. I don't know what shit I'm gonna do, but me and the boys are gonna go do boy stuff. You all have a wonderful day. Next Tuesday, I will see you again with the Dave Biggers experience, and we'll have a good time. Actually, I think my most watched live chat ever was the last one with Biggers. So let's see if we maybe I'll. Oh fuck! I'm not gonna have all the camera shit, so I can't do set up a phone and do Facebook and set up the camera and do tube. Didn't take a camera, but anyhow, thank you guys for the birthday wishes. You go enjoy yourselves this evening, and I will go enjoy myself this evening, and maybe for an evening in the future we can enjoy each other. So take it easy. Where did my mouse go? There we go. End stream. I won't be live. Man, that makes it sound like fucking